Hi, Bestie. Hi, Marley. Hello, Agent Smith. Hi, Neon Fizzaroli. I hope I pronounced that right. Hi, Doubting. And we have Aisha. Hello, darling. And ZPS. How are you doing? It's been such a long time. I am here, and we're going to do more of our ARR, a Realm Reborn, for our Gran'ma Reborn. Dusty, sweetheart, how many times I gotta say hi to you? I haven't posted in a long time. I posted on Friday to let y'all know I would not be streaming because I had shots in my neck on, it was either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it was Thursday, and my neck was really sore from the shots, and so I had to take a few days off, but it's at least a little better. Let me get my armrest here. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate the compliment, CPF. Oh my God, hi, 100. Uza? Yay, she's live. I am. Mondays are typically my YouTube uh day to stream to y'all. Hi, Turbos. Over here on this account for now until okay, cool beans. I'm with that guy. Helped you to give you money. Remember that it's not me. Okay, I'll remember that it's not you. Hi, Luna. Let's see. No, sweetheart, I have not played Roblox. I have no intentions of playing Roblox because I have a lot of games that I paid good money for that is in the rotation. I'm just trying to get through a couple of them so that we can push those two forward. Also, I did try and go into Roblox. Somebody has my name, and I'm not going to play a game where somebody's already snagged my name. So, got the game open on my laptop, and it'll choke if I have the stream up. I completely understand that. Okay, so just a little new thing. I went in and leveled up. Not through the storyline. We're still doing the story, but I leveled up my summoner and my scholar up to 50, so that I could go and pick up the red mage because I absolutely love the red mage in PvP. And if I feel like doing some PvP while I'm streaming, then we may go in and do that. But for now, I'm eager to get a little further into the storyline. So I don't even know what Universe Sandbox is, sweetheart. Y'all must like really be up on the new games and whatnot. Alright, I thought this is where I needed to go. Hang on. Oh no. Alright, I have to go. I think that's where I need to go. Yes, 100. We just destroy. Just a simple game. You just destroy the universe and then make one. Um. Well, alrighty then. Oh, okay. So I need to be on that side. How do I get on that side? Um. I need on that side. Uh-oh. No, of course it's not. Why would I do something intelligent like that? Okay, now it is. Yeah, no, I didn't. My Facebook should stay quiet. If not, then I will just mute it. How am I supposed to get to the other side? Houston, we have a problem. That's what it says a passage to Gran'ma, passage to Limsa, seek to Gold Saucer. I don't know what it. Shush. Well, I could just talk to her and get it. It's been a long day, y'all. It has been a long day. Shush! Grandma brain is a real thing right now. And I found something really cool, really new. It's 0 sugar, Minute Maid, some sort of mango juice stuff, and it's really good. Alright. Hi, Alfie! Let's see, what do we get? Pretty much nothing. Although, I get that. I don't know. Hey, First Army. How you doing, darling? It is past time that we return to the waking sands. I return to the waking sands. Told y'all that was going to be a thing. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. So let's pray. Let's return to the waking sands. Good. I'm glad. Where am I going? I'm going. Nope, I'm going this way. Bear with me. I'm just picking these up real quick. I'm not going to read them or anything. These are ones that we kind of. I asked my friends to unsync them and just run me through it really, really quick, like, and it takes us about 7 minutes. If it takes 3 minutes a piece, I guess 6 minutes, but. I do have a Twitch, baby. It's under Grandma Lalafell too. If you look, let's see if I can get my finger to point in the right direction. Up in the top right-hand corner, there is a website. If you go to, it has all of my socials and stuff on it. So. Oh, you're leaving? Well, I am so glad you stopped by, sweetheart. Tell me, Grandma, does I here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be we have trespassers? I have to go do my book today. It's the last. It is. It is the last day. Um, I can't wait till I can get this little gal her book. Oh, I remember this one. Mayhap is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. And I'm gonna get that because I mean, use that for one of my clams for right now. Don't got a phone, but I'll check it out. Thank you, darling. Who goes there? I guess I need to. Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino, Grandma. Sit. Sit? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I, I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been. This place has seen better days. Uh, you know, I wasn't actually here when I I was still in the talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Yostola hadn't been here to help me. Yostola's here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Oda to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Menfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Yostola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Menfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explain how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes! Yes, of course! Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Yostola's return. For now, I say we rest. Said the R word. And he truly meant to rest. Got it. That is no way to sleep.
Hear, feel, think.
Hi, it's.
Bringer of light. Brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
You stole her. Grandma, I see you and Alphino are safe. And Sid? That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily. Not now, when the need is so great. I know where Philly and the others are being held. Where? An imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum's century. Well, that's not good. Oh no, baby, I can't play Fortnite. I have motion sickness, and any game that is moves too quickly uh, can make me ill. Uh, it sucks, but I have tried to watch my son play it a few times, but I had to look away because all the movement and stuff. So, oh my god, a pumpkin! Wow! Hey, Reb, sweetheart, how you doing today? Believe it or not, I had to put on like the pajamas I have that have pants. It says it's 80 degrees outside, but hi, Amanda. Welcome, sweetheart. And thank you. All right, let's see how we're going to get them back. Casing the castrum. The Stola wishes to discuss the fate of the prisoners being held at Castrum Century. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Grandma. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Century houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy. And if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Portelay of House Duendare. He is stationed at the observatorium in Coarthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Got it. I'm doing. I'm making it through. When it's been 100, I guess so. Cause I had just I work fully remote, y'all. I never have to come out of pajamas. I think I just change pajamas, from time to time. um, but I have the one that's it's strappy and it's long, and kind of comes down to just above my knees. But I was sitting in here and I made my video of going live, and it was just like, man, it's a little chilly. So I went back into the bedroom and got the one that had the top and the bottoms to it. So, oh, you're sweet, Amanda. Okay, so let us go go to Dragon Head, the observatorium. Trying to think of the closest place. I guess we'll go to the Dragon Head and go down. I'll say, don't block the other people from being able to post, sweetheart. The little hearts that go up. I like those. Okay, let's go down. You got to go. Bye, sweetheart. Thank you so very much for coming in. I hope to see you in the future. Evidently have something. Oh, these are the ones I just picked up. And I swear that bunny was there last week, too. Alright. Go ahead and pick this one up real quick. I said, just ignore me. These are like side quest dungeon things that I want to have open. Hi, remember me? Ah, Gran'ma, the woman who would unmask the heretic in our midst. So what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You're an associate of Yestola? But of course, Lord Drillmont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Go after money. Castrum Sentry? What interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. Now that might explain the scouts' report. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum. A Hiren woman, an Ellison man, and 2 Lalafels. 1 male, 1 female. It's them. It has to be. Menthilia, Uyanje, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Coruscant not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadan and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogadan and a Lalafell, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue. Hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Gran'ma, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed. And if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If, As has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the echo. It seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not scions, nor do they know aught of the echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Sid, you're breaking the fourth wall, dude. Stop looking out of this. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. Hey, proper kids, as you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Retired, you depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the western front in Wildbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. Hi. Not really. I'm just going through a cutscene. Yeah, I would. I would listen. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Yes. Oh, no, those have. You talking about the ones I put my salads in? Yeah. I make 4 of them for the week. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, those 3. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. They made him like a duty, a solo duty or something, didn't they? He used to be an 8-man. Yeah, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half our forces to a I have given you nothing uh, pre- prefectus? You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters. 1 hour. Haven't done it yet. It's proper hard. Ah, let's see what we got. Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and grab them since they match the shirt. Eyes on the Empire. Lord Portelaine would. I just happened to notice that my chocobo is like all but in his lap. Would like to aid in your search for Biggs and Wedge. My purpose here is to reconnoitre Garlean activity along Abalathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Pistola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Dismal Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Bristles, may be able to tell you more. So, as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. I mean, ah. There we go. You stand before Dismal Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great guardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Yeah, here's my note. A letter from Lord Portelaine? So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel has scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near Urim Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Piermont. He should be able to assist you. Okie dokie. We're going to grab this real quick so I can get it off of my map. Okay. I'm not worried about that one right now. I can't remember where I'm going. Oh, way down there. Yep, we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna ignore you. I'm gonna ignore you. And you. And you. And you. And you. And you. Run through this real quick. Yeah. Let me go. You're the one we came to talk to. The Imperial airship. I saw it approach. I saw it approach to land with mine own two eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Draft orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Footprints in the snow. Sir Pyramons wants to share with you what he knows of the two fugitives. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. Hi, Aunt. How you doing, darling? In all, I marked two sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints of their owners. Alrighty then. Tiny little footprints. More tiny little footprints. I said hi, Aunt. Did you not hear me? I promise I do try to acknowledge people when they come in. Oh, these tiny little footprints in the snow. I don't think they belong to Biggs, but I do believe that they belong to Wedge. And I think we're going to find them underneath this bridge because this little thing is poking through the bridge. There he is. Wedge, baby. I found you. Brr. So cold. I want to go home. Hi, Biggs. Or hi, Wedge. Wah! Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Grandma, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them. I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Thank you for subscribing, Val. I appreciate that, baby. But Biggs, he isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Yeah, I found the little one. Tracked down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now what a Biggs? Not yet. I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashing he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but I have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Yida and Yastola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Guardian fortification not far to your west. A monument tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. There, I hope. Was that Master Garland you spoke with? Hi, Sherry. How you doing, darling? After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Grandma. Let's go to the Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. No problem. Go back so I don't make myself sick. Well, we're gonna try and go around. Yeah, I kind of figured I was gonna get one. But we are just going to ignore it and keep going and wait for the aggro to leave. Hey, Abilene. Or Abilene. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. Yes, I understand that. You can stop using the R word with me, though. Monumental hopes. Wedge is gravely concerned for his missing companion. And I think my chocobo intends to be choco no. What is it? Instead of chicken nuggets, chocobo nuggets. Just saying. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Grandma, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. Well, let me ask. Abelai, have you seen something? A rugged gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave that is situated a short distance to the south. We call it, the Fury's Gate, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make the suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. Well, okay then. Let's go out and get to the cave. My little pupper. No, sir. Get back out here. Nice try, though. I did not mean to do that. Ah, he wasn't there. Grandma, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? I don't know, Wedge, but we're going to find out. Notorious Biggs! Wedge is determined to find Biggs. We can't give up, Grandma. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who will listen. And hurry. Big's chance of survival grows slimmer by the moment. I will climb these hundreds and hundreds of stairs. And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stairs. And even more. There we go. Ignis, your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whiteground. To reach it, one must travel through Dunifin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. So let me go straight. It's the southern end that lies to the north and east. Got it. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Well, okay then. Thanks for the warning. I mean, not like they could put like handrails or something on it. Ah, Wedge, I'll be back. Let's figure out where we're going. Well, we found them. Let's see if we can rescue them. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, tin head? Ah, Grandma, it is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has a right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me! He's not alone. Kill them all. I mean... kidding me? Hi, XIV. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. And there we go. My, my thanks. Another moment, and I would have. Hey, NC he has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Eda and I shall bury him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. Yeah, let's go see the reunion. Oh, he's crying. I cannot thank you enough, Grandma. And the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. That one girl, hello, darling. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, well, yes. Just, it's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe you the lot. I owe the lot of you my life, and you saved Wedges too, Grandma. I'm losing count on how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts, we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh, I'm doing, darling. It's a typical Monday, just another manic Monday. When Alphino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck without nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at a gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Guardians get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flame should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noticed not a mist in horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Guardians came neither by land nor air. No, and they were born there by potent teleportation magics of the kind used by Asians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an imperial stronghold, Castrum Centrum. Upon arriving, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Menphilia and the others were taken elsewhere. Now, that was the last we heard from them. Castrum Century. Wish you had more of you. It's okay, baby. Castrum Century. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So, risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. No. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel. Now that would have been Biggs's handiwork, like as not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. I do not play Fortnite, sweetheart. But Grandma, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. And there are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Menphilia and the others still want for rescue. I don't know why you feel bad for me. I'm having fun. My YouTube recommended has blessed me with your life. Oh, sweetheart, I appreciate that, Beth. And welcome, darling. Or is that Bethan? Bethan. Gotcha. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Alright, coming to my castrum. Sid wants to prepare a strategy to rescue Menphilia and the other scions. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. But thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Menphilia and the others. Gods, gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Century. So let us reconvene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis a good place. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east and south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Well, alrighty then. Hey, Yariza, how you doing, darling? Got some waves, that one girl. You're a huge fan. Yay! Well, I'm glad you're here, darling. Alright, let's see if we can get the Revenant's Toe. I don't think I have that one on teleport yet. Oh, I do. We're going to make light work of this. Hi, Slathborn. Excuse me. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. Well, this here you go, you can have it. Hi, family, Zaniga. How you doing, darling? Oh, don't tell me your age, sweetheart. You never tell somebody your age or your real name. It keeps you safe. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Guardians were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Menthilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. What's my favorite class in 14? A scholar. I love playing a scholar. It has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I've a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? We disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. Well, that's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. What game? If you look all the way over there, it says Final Fantasy 14. It's a fun little game. And then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Gran'ma. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ada and I shall go connoisseur Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had a chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Gran'ma. Let's do this. I'll be here until the end of your stream. Cool. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, you stolen, and you're beginning to remind me of Papolino. Ah. Looking for Glomman, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Hey, you're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry, and you need my help? Something tells me we're going to get along just fine. Getting even with Garlemald. Gran'ma would like to aid in your mission to rescue the captured Scions. Hello, Henderson. How are you doing, darling? Hey, Mason. That's it. Thank you, sweetheart. This would be Final Fantasy 14, sweetheart. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry. What want? What want for rescue? The Slackborn knows me too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the horses. But enough about me. Let's talk strategy. And I mean the best. Thank you, baby. Rescuing folk from captivity is right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. How long have I been tonight or altogether? And this is Final Fantasy 14. Oh, yay! Thank you. Let it cool. I have my dinners. Um, for starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends were where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover that they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. That's not polite to ask how old a lady is, sweetheart. I will just say that I'm old enough to know better. Tonight, I have been streaming. Let's see, it looks like it is 8:07. I have been streaming for 1 hour and 7 minutes. And I have almost 2 hours left before I close out and go to bed. If you approach Century from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be as you could eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain the friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. When you end your live stream, I wish you a good night. Aww. And it's okay, sweetheart. I don't talk about my finances and I don't talk about my age. And the interwebs is not a safe place to be telling people your names or your ages. And I want to keep y'all safe. So we have a strict policy of no age talking in the chat. Well, I snuck by that toad. I don't know how, but I did. I'm not a fan of the necks or anything that looks like a big old toad. And I swear it sounded like I just said turd. And I didn't say turd, I said toad. Let's see if we can. I'm probably going to end up having to fight. Yep. Anyway. But that's okay. It'll get us back there. Remember how to get back there. Oh. And the Lich King, which I think is funny. So the Lich King is probably a playoff of the WoW Lich King, the World of Warcraft. Okay. try this again. I like you just run with your chocobo companion. Then I have lots of mounts. Uh, Not necessarily on this grandma yet, but on my original one. The faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captain? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Allison gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder, why is Tribuna so obsessed with this Menphilia woman? And that shows she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? You're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? I as well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over, best we get back to our station. I don't play on a console, baby. I play on a PC. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. Mm, yum. If I can get out without. Because they're back. See if I can sneak behind this one. Yay! Now to try to avoid these big old toads. I mean, I swear hearing myself say that, I swear it sounds like I'm playing bird. I am not, though. Alrighty then. Hey, Alphino. There. 'Tis good to see you again, Grandma. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? Hmm. So, Menphilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. The President thus confirmed we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, the Cid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Well, okay then, because I'm already talking to you. Give me one moment, gang. I am. Mixing my dinner up so it cools a little evener, a little more even. That's how pretty some days. Ah, good work, Grandma. As Alphino has already told you, we plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Gran'ma is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Menphilia and the others are counting on us, Grandma. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. One second, move some things around. You have to leave, Mason. Okay, darling. And yes, I'm playing on a PC, baby. Cool my feet off. Have a good night, Mason. Thank you for coming. I hope to see you next week. Drowning out the voices. The Cid requires your assistance for his rescue preparations. While Gran'ma goes about devising his plan, we need to see to some preparations of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communication jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hillside's clusters of corrupted crystal to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. You're back. Well, that was fast. Welcome back. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. But don't be surprised if you run into a few. Well, okay then. So we get to learn how to do the Imperial salute. Acting the part. Gran'ma wants you to practice the part of Imperial Trooper. Clean the wax out of your ears now, cause there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan to have you enter Castrum Century all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learn it from the experts. So you get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Century and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Well, okay then. Alrighty then. Let's see if we can't. Get the spots we need. Hey, Torabello. How you doing, darling? Alright, so that's one. Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Ah, so that's two. We got three more things we gotta do. Alright, it's cooled down. Yum yum. Oh, I have to go all the way up. Forgot about that one. Gotta remember how to get up there. Here we go. Ah, so that one's done. Now we have to go and lie and wait at the specified location so we can learn how to do these loops. Hmm. Mad puppies. Hmm. Well, looks like we're gonna be fighting some of them. Okay. Oopsie. Sorry. Nice meeting you too, XIV. I appreciate you being here. Okay. And bear with me. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Well, okay then. Actually, it would be easier just to teleport. Hi, Russell Muscle. How you doing, darling? Ah, my biggest fear? Huh. Let me think on that one. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial Salute? No, no, no. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I just take your word for it. And that is level 51 for my red mage. Today is your birthday. Well, happy birthday, baby. Hi. Okay. Dress for conquest. Sark Malart wishes to help you acquire the disguises you need for your rescue mission. You are called Gran'ma Lalafell, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Gran'ma. Well, I hope you've been staying there the whole time. As a fellow adventurer and son of a worthy of both, I would offer you my assistance in order to infiltrate Castrom's Sentry. You and your comrades must disguise yourself as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. Now, there are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means from the bodies of the recently deceased owners. Now, the fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not take you long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. 8. My favorite food. I'd have to say that Chinese and sushi. I guess that would be favorite food. But yeah, I love sushi, but I love Chinese food too. I got out of the lab. I don't understand that. I'm doing good, Russell Muscle. How you doing, darling? Hey, Serena. My biggest fear ever. That's actually a really good question. Hmm. Well, I don't know if it's my biggest fear, but I guess a fear would be that my health would decline to the point of not being able to stream and talk to y'all. Because I kind of like having y'all. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. There you go, Sid. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose. Though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Grandma. Alright, so let us go and kill some soldiers. I do not play Roblox. And if I had $1 for everyone who asked me if I play Roblox or Fortnite, I would go to a very nice restaurant. Well, I guess I could actually mount up a big fat chocobo. I love my big fat chocobo. And I can't wait to fly so that I can like entice him with cake instead of just this head of lettuce. What do they call it? Glycerine. Yeah, I'm gonna end up fighting a mud puppy. I know I am. Oh, actually, I got through it. Okay. I ain't mad. Mountain news. Huh? What? What are y'all talking about? I have no idea what y'all are talking about. I think I am done with this. Alright. Gotta get back up. Thank you, darling. I love this game. This is my favorite game. And I hear thunder booming outside. So if I disappear all of a sudden, it means my power went out. Or maybe it won't. I have UPSs on them. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? Theodos. Damage. As I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and hells are like to draw suspicion. They must be fully repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith, Eganoff at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's house, a Swindler, should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Well, okay then. Hi, Funny. How you doing, darling? Well, happy early birthday, Mason. So you're adventurous Shark Malark sent, are you? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. I see. Yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malark a favor or two. Took good care of old Eganoff back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the venturer's life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and the great Iganoff will have your gear looking good as new. Well, alright then. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malark my regards, will you? Sark Malark. You're welcome, sweetheart. Alright, let's get back down to Sark Malark on my little puppy dog. Have you have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? I have indeed. Yes, these will serve you beautifully. The great Iganoff never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in among Imperial forces, unless you fear the Garleans might detect your foreignness. Foreigners, in fact, from the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of the land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands his territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been assistance to your cause. Hmm? Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Okay, sorry, my lord. Oh, you're welcome. Fool me twice. Glamont has finally devised a plan to appropriate a suit of Magitech armor. Good work getting them Imperial duds. But you'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular. I mean, in random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's tall. And so, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shell, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of the old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Ain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Anyway, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols, dressed up in your shiny tin suit, and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary on venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here. Filters fresh from the Imperial Scout, and they'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. Oh, and if I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. Alrighty then. You gotta go, Mason? Okay, girl. Well, thank you for showing up. And I hope to see you again next week. Okay, that one can wait. See if we can get by the next. Don't turn towards me. Oops, mud puppies. Yeah, we're gonna get at least one of them. Dang it. Oops, wrong one. Ah. Oh, I have to put on my suit. It's just the helm and the jacket. No, carry on, soldier. Hmm? Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Hearing my phone vibrating. Okay. Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should not go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. You got it, boss. But I have to go all the way up there. That's right, it starts a duty. It's been a long time since I've been this far back. Alright then. First off, we're gonna put our stuff back on. I hope you don't mind my joining, seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry. I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place. But where is the enemy? Sir, over there. Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. That's exactly what we're hoping you were gonna do. And there we go. And one of the reasons why I wanted to get my red mage. At last, our very own suit of magic tech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak. It does seem rather the worse for wear, doesn't it? Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Big Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I'd hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Right? But aren't those things protected by thick armor plates? They are, yes. It's odd the casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh, Kirk, Chocobo. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look first there, Gran'ma. Because I guess I'm not walking back with you. Whee! I love that part. Limp her back. We will get her fixed up. Because reasons. Alright. Life form, I need in the magic armor, then the others to get inside. Go on in and join them. Hi, Gazelle. How you doing, darling? We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. We needn't worry, though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they will think of naught else till the job's done. 'Tis a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. That's funny. I thought we gotta... Oh, can't do it for my class that I'm on. Alright. Can't put flamers on here. Alright, that's fine too. Hi, Julie. That was a big boom. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she does is magic. Magic. Sid would have you assist in the repair of the Magitech armor. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you recall, the servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices, which must be replaced at irregular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona. But all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. So basically walk around here and talk to Wedge. Got it. As I believe the chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even in the dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castro Century had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution. To substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automation. And by my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for the first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmith Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ul'dah and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much the cost? No. Well, they typically cost something in the order of. I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. Well, I get paid for my heart. Wonderful. Oh, I keep hearing my phone. Give me a moment. Okay. No. Just the boys going into the hallway. Alright. So, let's go to the goldsmith place. And you're still here. Yay! Alright. Goldsmith. And it's storming out there. Let me look at my weather real quick. I love how I pull it up and it says rain starting in about an hour. Good Lord. Um, 0 p.m. in my area. Yep, we just got started in a thunderstorm. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but the big old circle, we're just on the edge of it. So, if for some reason you lose me, you shouldn't right away. Um, that would be why. If it could just wait another hour, we should be good. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is like a tune that I haven't done this, so she's not going to know who I am. Hello there. Oh, just a hello there. Okay, come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have. A heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Ain't it? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use, after all. For Master Alphino's personal. Okay. He notified us a short while ago that this part, this part, this part, this part, this part, this part. Media. He notified us a short while ago that his servant would be coming to collect it. Alphino, my boy, we got some discussions to have. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, darling? Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Yeah! Boy. Grandma gonna whoop you. Calling me your servant. It's where he sits there and tells the goldsmith that he's sending his servant to pick up the mammoth heart. And at the end she says, please tell, give our best regards to your master. The Alphino boy. We're gonna have a discussion. A really long discussion. You like how nice I am? Thank you, baby. Well, I don't think I have a reason to be mean. I mean, so long as the mean people stay out of my chat. Besides, I got somebody in chat who takes care of me. And Lord help the person that would come in and be mean. I'm just saying. I wouldn't get a chance to say anything. Alright. Hi, Ryle. How you doing, baby? Alright, let's go in and give away the mammoth heart. Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge courtesy of Alphino? Coming an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitech armor, engage! Or not? She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. That part reminds me of, I think it was Armageddon, where they had to fix something, and the guy tells them to move out of the way. And says, American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan! And goes to beating it until it works. Yes! She's alive! Let's take her outside and put her through her paces. Grandma, would you care to do the honors? We have a magic tech. We have a magic tech. Okay. Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like to try. I can speak. I have 3 cats. I have Dorian the Grey, Beauty the Huntress, and Dante the Redonkulous. But first, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystal yonder, as far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Alright. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north as quick as you can. Okie dokie. Jumping down. Whee! Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Make your way back, Grandma. Don't turn around next. Please. Just let me get through this. Whee! The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. You like cats? I love cats. This is my second set of 3. I got the three of them starting in like 2006, but they all needed to go across that rainbow bridge, and they're getting three more. Here is a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable autonomy to process the information collected by their sensors as a feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team, in which case we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Welcome! Yay! Click. Alright. That's as it felt. I gave it my best. I've worked myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do anyway? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt we're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. And this would be an onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth's heart in place of the worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? Oh, thank you, that one girl. I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. The hell you will. We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond! Respond! It is called Final Fantasy XIV, baby. It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter. We can't. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Bloody hells! Gran'ma, protect the armor at all costs. don't think so. Cosmic Comics. Hey, darling. How are you doing, sweetheart? Chief, look! She moved! Now she deigns to grace us with a present. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. Thank you, darling. Okie dokie. Oh, excuse me. The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're as prepared as we're like to get. Hi, Nelly. How you doing, darling? Escape from Castrum Sentry. The Sid awaits confirmation of your readiness to undertake the rescue mission. How go your preparations, Gran'ma? We leave as soon as you're ready. Glomit, you came? Hi, thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. Tis the least I can do for the fine men and women that are about to make my lifelong wish come true. What am I doing? I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, baby. And we're about to go and rescue our comrades. Well, we're doing our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those moments. No, I don't mind really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at the Imperial's hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was sweet, caring woman, with a smile never far from her face. And there was a sister, too. Pretty little thing. She was gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When All Amigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way round a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us. And rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leapt over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then I'd get revenge on the Empire, and became an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But now, 2 decades have since gone by, and what I've achieved, bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes, and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Gran'ma. We seek only to rescue our friends. What's more important than that? And any road. After you got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it helps stave off my appetite for revenge. But something tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, or what with everything you've got planned. And you are sure that will satisfy you. If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hands, you need only say the words. We would be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afeard I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true, but I've long since realized that the front lines are no place for a man like me. There's some as would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordsplay. Helping folk like you is how I make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Ralgar give you strength. How many times do you think you played this game? One. Let's see. I have, and not all of them have gotten to the end by any stretch of the means, but I have about 6 toons on one server. I have 1, 2, 3 on another server, meaning world. 2 on another. 1 on 1, 2, 3, at least 4 other worlds. And there's probably another couple out there somewhere. Not all of them I have like played all the way through. And each one has a specific purpose as to why they were built. Um, but yeah, I love the game. I do have it. There's no completion to the game. I will say that I have 2 toons that are waiting for the next X pack to drop, meaning that they're at the current end, but as soon as the next patch drops, they'll play that one and be caught up again. An MMO is never done, unless I just stop the storyline for some reason. Um, but I've got at least 2, and I've got a third that has started the last X pack. So, what's this game's name? It's Final Fantasy 14, baby. And hello, Mr. Animal Post. Wherever the Empire goes, the misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who Eorzea, try that again. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius' ambitions. Pardon me. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of the Castrum Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Alright. Now we gotta put our outfit on, which I don't like, 'cause it drops my eye level. But you do what you gotta do. See if we can avoid the mud puppies. Oh, yeah, this is the one that I always complain about. They put this in such a horrible spot. Every time. Every time I have started that one, I always get that one mud puppy. And I swear he's there on purpose. Okay. One second. Okay. Forgive me for saying so, but you look rather fine in imperial black and crimson. Definitely your colors. No, I look good in pink. Thanks, Sid. But now it's not the time for jest. I'm playing Persona 4 Golden, and when the character Teddy levels up, he says something like, I climbed the stairway to maturity. But it's Sam Draggle, and I keep thinking how much Afino needs to. I mean, let's review the infiltration plan. Custom Sentry lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we are able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold, posing as the patrol returning from duty. Should Alphino and I prove less distracting than hoped, I will contact you via Link Pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. That looks like fun. Wedge will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Oh, unless you wonder, Yida and your stroller left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphino and I attract too much attention. But the approach of the Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you. Something along the lines of don't do anything reckless, if memory serves me. Wise words. The Imperial Patrol should be returning any moment now. You best be off. Good luck, Gran'ma. May the 12 keep you.
You have spirit. That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all yourself. This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning. Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study. Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
Yes, milady.
Not a very nice person at all. Okay, let's go do our saluting. Alpha No Teddy Levanua, at your service. Oh, my apologies, I didn't notice you there. So engrossed was I in my task. You'd be engrossed too had the tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous scions of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when you next pass that way. Hi, is I? Hope I said that right. Part of the maintenance crews from Obsidians, are you? I don't know what they teach over there, but being an engineer does not exempt you from saluting your superiors. Oh, whoops. Had a short halt to the end of that too. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Obsidians, are you? Welcome to Castrum Century, engineer. What? Prisoners? Oh, you've heard rumors. You've heard the rumors then. Yes, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. We are summoned here to work, not the Gothic Eorzean's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm, or I'll have you reported. Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only asked because I dropped something in there. And, oh, who am I fooling? I found for one of the prisoners, alright? I dare say you know the one I mean. Hey? The svelte blonde goddess. No! It's the Lala. It's the Lalafellan lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her in my arms and squeeze her till my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? Fun fact, you do not need to be in disguise for this. Cool! Well, as soon as I finish talking to this one, then I'll get back into my gear. What's this? You need access to the storage tower? What business you have there? At the tribunus, the Hashtu say, this is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my Lady Roth take my identification key, see that it is returned when your errand is concluded. There we go. At least I have my eye level back. Security's tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. Well, will this do? Alright, so now I get to enter the duty. We should finish this up about the time that stream would come to an end. You like my smile. Thank you, darling. Alright, here we go. Oh, excuse me. No! Minfilia and the rest, thank goodness, are safe. For a minute. I am the one you want. Leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life, and you shall answer to your mistress. Tataru! We must do something! He loves Tataru so much. We risk letting the entire castrum know we're here. Aye, you're right. We may not get a better chance. This is the third squadron. What is it? A reaper? Seized when? And this came to light only now? The culprits have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that reaper found. Now's your chance. What the? Strike my last! Eliminate the intruders. I have, darling. Over on Twitch. And I'm still doing it over on Twitch. Grandma, I was so scared. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fellow. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away, ere the window to our liberty close shut. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them. Fail, and I shall have your head. And what have we here? The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have the eye of Ahriman, Ida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armor of hers. Accursed scions, how did you slip our defenses? Well, unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the castrum walls, which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. Your soul is just being polite. And that was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger would be seen dead on it. So you scuttled in amidst the freight, like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. And that is far from your most pressing concern. First, you must answer for your own wrongdoings, Olivia Sanjunius. 'Twas you who led the raid on the walking sands. You who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy to capture. You killed our friends. We'll never forgive you. Nor shall we suffer you to plague Eorzea a day longer. Betake you to your guard. More intruders! Protect the Tribunus! Confound it! Eat her with me! Got to go! After them! Where is His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No, 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 no! There they are. Fan out and surround them. Must protect Tataru! Biggs, I'm going in! See everyone to safety. No, Wedge, don't do it! Oh no. Gran'ma, hold them off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. So, about that. Oh, that's right, I have to find the thingy. That side, or that side. Aha. another one. You can die. Alright, there's gotta be another one. Aha! Okay. Yay!
Take the leader! Kill the rest! What the?
The Astola! Pray, forgive us our delay.
Papalymo, Minfilia.
Ida!
What took you so long?
Oh, Lord.
Well,
Papalymo.
it's nice to see you too.
The reunion must wait.
Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
I love Papalymo so very much.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
I love those two.
But there's no one in there.
She's trying so hard.
This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
Do you want me to do what? I still love this. Talk about a leap of faith.
1,
2,
3,
4.
Poor Maggie.
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot, This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the seven hells? Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Alagans used it to crush primal and foe alike, and now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius! Look! There, beside the Black Wolf. An Ascian. An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him. Thancred! He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be!
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No. No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Cryle? This is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn.
forgive me if I seem brusque. The
But the
item
battle
I
is far
requested.
from over.
Is it ready?
And so long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there shall
I'm
ever
sorry
be
to
hope
press,
of
but
victory.
We need it urgently. How soon can it
The
be
people of
delivered?
Eorzea falter for want of such hope.
I am in your
Let
debt,
us
my
provide
friend.
it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
My regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Yep. Here we go. Back to me reading. Hello, Sintang. Hello, Rathu. And yes, thank you. I don't like to interrupt. the cutscenes that are speaking, um, I like to let those play out because they're a lot of fun. Pardon me. And yep, about time we get all this wrapped up, it's going to be time to say goodnight. So we'll go ahead and finish this out. Hells take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move upon my word. And relay to Slafferson the order to sail. That is all. The maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we're like to be. I need only give the word to Raoul. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth, if not this? And he claims his fury for his God. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made his choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action. Not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Van Balsar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him? He pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears that we shall share the primal's fate. Pardon me my bluntness, but I like not these choices. This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance. We must answer as one. For if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all our peoples. Thancred's plight troubles us all, yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goal. So long as the ultimate weapon exists, Eorzea will never know peace. Let us go to the Alliance leaders, Gran'ma, and help them to make the right decision. The Black Wolf's ultimatum. Infilia is greatly concerned by recent developments concerning the Council of the Alliance leaders, and we get 26 more vouchers. Oh, that's right. Okay. Grim tidings, Gran'ma. It seems that word of the Ultima weapon's existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They have gathered in the fragrant chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Belligerent as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolf offers will doom Eorzea, not deliver it, and the leaders must be made aware of this. Let us hurry to them, Gran'ma, and ensue that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. Let me out! Let me out! We're gonna hurry up and get up there and do our dramatic stop, and then we'll stop. Hi, Bartholomew. The Council of the Alliance Leaders is presently in progress in the Fragrant Chambers. I must ask that you step away from the doors, madam. I'm sorry, you're here on behalf of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Of course you may enter.
We keep treading the same ground.
Van Belsar's demands are clear.
Alas, our minds are not.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
It has been 5 years since the calamity, and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives. Can we now, in good conscience, call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict. Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primals could not stay Garlemald's new terror, what meaningful resistance can we offer? We who struggle to quell the foes who rise up within our own borders.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again. Are we to play this profitless game for the rest of days? I, for one, grow tired of it. Mistake me not. I do not propose to trade one tyranny for another. I love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
By the 12, though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it. Not that I deny there is truth in what you say, nor can I rightly claim that Ul'dah is ready to fight. Refugees flood our gates, and beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden. I put on a grand show at the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Reborn. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same. Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being? While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
Her Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority. While none among us ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we scarcely had means enough to solve the problems of the present.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Alas, they are gone, and the Black Wolf is at our door.
Admiral! I fear you are mistaken.
Alphinaud, Minfilia, and 7 hells, Master Garland?
And you, dear friend.
By Ralga, you're alive. All of you.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender, but I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Hear me, my friends. Accepting the Garleans' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the primal threat. Indeed, the more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become. Primals enter this world when mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate. Nothing is more certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Garleans' proposed solution.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
Remember 5 years ago when you wagered all for the sake of the realm? Remember what you fought for, what you were willing to die for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, we Scions will never give up the fight. And so I bid you stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Ralban?
Sid,
Your words stir and shame me in equal measure. How could I contemplate surrender? I know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight. We Gridanians have no love for war. Yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change. Gridania will go to war. We will fight the Empire for the sake of the realm and all who abide here.
At long last, I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance. Reborn, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve. But no man knows better than I that if you want aught, you'd best be ready to die for it. With great danger comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Uldans who have turned sand into gold know this well. How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round. On account of being a pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all. Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down, or go down with all hands. Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pall of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For Eorzea!
We must needs consider how the weapon may be brought to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy at...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts. Pray leave the military matters to us, and retire to the waking sands. We will send word anon.
Pray, please return to the waking sands. Huzzah! Let us turn this in, and we will say goodnight. And thank you, Jay. I appreciate that, sweetheart. And yes, I have been using sign language since about the 8th grade when me and my friends learned how to do the ABCs. And would talk to each other during class. To the point that the teacher caught on, and when she left the room would say, okay, I want y'all no talking, and she looked at us three and just like, and no signing. And it was just like, oh man!
I cannot well express my relief to think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
But the fire in their hearts has been rekindled, and they will fight to the last.
This warmth inside. Did you feel it too, grandfather? I would know something. Was that your power at work earlier?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them to find it again. Oh, hello. Yes, our party returned just a moment ago. How close are you? It's all right, Sid.
We must needs plan our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Sid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
We haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this!
Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him in thrall to an Ascian. Mayhap you know this already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows. That they might work unseen, the Ascians entrap and possess mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness. One such crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
This is a crystal of darkness.
A mere replica, created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
It comes to us courtesy of the students of Baldessian, our distant allies. Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. We all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Thancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louisoix. Yet, it was plain that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah, he would volunteer for everything and work till he was dizzy.
And the toll taken by his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him. You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin. Yet the most perilous struggle is still to come. For the sake of the realm, and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light. What you may not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them. Yet remember this, however glorious the past, it is the hero's lot to be judged on the deeds of the present. A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are she, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will. Come, my friends, let us fight to safeguard the future of our beloved Eorzea.
Yep. I like the storyline ones. Okay, so we are going after Gaius and the Ultima and all that. We got to change their mind. We got almost everybody back, but a plan to get Thancred back. So I will be back on YouTube. Yes, I am very tired, very sleepy. Next Monday, but if you so choose and are able to, I am also streaming on Twitch, and I will be back tomorrow to do the Final Fantasy XIV on the last X-Pack that we're waiting on. It's reset day, so we do books, we go and we get another piece from the raid, and so much more fun. So I do thank y'all for being here. I do hope to see y'all back tomorrow. If not, I hope to see you next week. But I am very, very tired right now. So peace out. Keep doing your boo and have a great evening. Bye, guys. Dream sweet.